Well, hi there, everybody. Hope that your week is off to a great start. Getting us started on this week was a real joyful thing this past weekend as we welcomed about 21 of our young disciples who joined us celebrating the Eucharist for the first time with us at the 9 and 11:30 Masses. What a joy it was to see the happiness on their faces and on their families. It's also a very happy day for us as a spiritual community as they become more fully one with us through the sharing of the one bread and the one cup of Jesus' body and blood in the Eucharist. And their witness provides an encouragement for all of us to not take this precious gift for granted in our own lives, to be as joyful and as eager and as fully participative as we can be every time we come on Sunday to celebrate the Eucharist as Jesus asks us to do in his memory. So please continue to keep our First Eucharist participants in your thoughts and prayers, as well as grateful thoughts and prayers for our faith formation team, led especially by our coordinator of sacramental preparation, Letty Mason, and her team of volunteers that supported our candidates' parents in forming and shaping our young disciples for this wonderful, wonderful moment in their lives. So lots of gratitude and thanks to go around. Great way to start the week. And looking ahead, we have another wonderful weekend online. We also look back for a moment, by the way, on a wonderful event that occurred just recently where our deacon, Bill Nairn, celebrated 41 years of ordained ministry in the church and, having reached the age of 75, submitted his letter of resignation as is custom, and Archbishop Lori kindly replied back to him, granting him official status as a retired deacon. The good news about that, however, is that as a retired deacon, Deacon Bill is no longer obligated to do the works of diaconal ministry, but he is warmly encouraged and invited to do so, and he is ready and eager to keep on doing what he's always been doing, as long as his health allows. So we're really happy that Bill has achieved this great milestone, and we're also happy in a selfish way for ourselves that his diaconal ministry will continue to unfold among us, doing what Jesus called his disciples to do, to come not to be served, but to serve the needs of others. Diakonia in Greek, the word from which we get deacon, means service. So again, we're grateful and thankful to God for Deacon Bill's great witness of service and ministry among us. Now, this coming weekend, of course, is Mother's Day weekend, and at each of our Masses this weekend, we'll be offering a special blessing for our mothers, grandmothers, stepmothers, and all who serve a mother's role in our lives. So I know you and your family would want to be present for that. Also at the 9 o'clock Mass, at the beginning of our prayer, our First Eucharist participants will have the opportunity to express their spiritual love and gratitude to our Blessed Mother with a May crowning at the beginning of Mass. And in between the 9 and the 11:30 Masses, we'll be hosting, happily for the first time in a couple of years, since because of the COVID pandemic, our Mother's Day pancake breakfast. If you would like to help us make that possible, please reach out to our parish office. And if you have an idea how many folks you'll be coming to attend, also please let us know so that we can make sure we have the adequate preparations in place. It's always a wonderful opportunity to salute our moms and to thank them for their loving service in our lives. And at the 11:30 Mass on Sunday, we'll be really happy to welcome one of our adult parishioners, Ellen Bentz, who will be completing her sacraments of initiation with the sacrament of confirmation, a great continuation in her spiritual growth and development, for which we're very happy and very proud. So lots of great things on tap for this coming weekend. And then a couple of weeks after that, it'll be Pentecost weekend, the weekend that brings to conclusion the great 50-day season of Easter celebration. And we're going to recognize or celebrate Pentecost weekend in a couple of ways. One, during the prayer of the faithful at Masses, we will offer the petitions in as many different languages as we can to reflect the various cultures that make up our diverse St. Anne Parish community. So if you have a language skill in addition to English that you'd be willing to share with us, we'd be really grateful. We'll have the text ready for you well in advance so you can practice. Please do reach out, contact the parish office, and let us know and we would be really, really happy to symbolize, in a way, exactly what the apostles did at that first Pentecost: proclaim the good news of the gospel to languages, to people of every language, culture, and way of life. So if you can help us with that, that would be great. The weekend of May 27, 28. And then at the Saturday Mass, after the Saturday Mass, May 27, we'll be having our Pentecost International Potluck Supper. If you will be interested and willing to bring a sample of a food item from your culture to share with others, what a wonderful experience that will be. Every year before COVID that we did this, we had wonderful experience of fellowship and community building. Again, contact our parish office. Let us know what you plan to bring, how many will be coming, so we can make our appropriate preparations. And also, beginning on Pentecost weekend, we will be happy to resume a practice that we picked up just a bit at the Mass of the Lord's Supper on Holy Thursday, with the offering of the Eucharist in both the forms of the body of Christ in the Blessed Sacrament and also the precious blood. So for those who will feel comfortable doing so, we will be able to resume again the offering of the Eucharist in both forms of the body of Christ and the blood of Christ. So lots of wonderful things continuing to unfold in this great 50-day season of Easter. We hope that you and your household will be a part of all of it. In the meantime, do take care, and God bless you.